Gravity Falls. Can we get like a pine tree on this? Like, can we put like a, yeah, there we go. Alright.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to Gravity Summer. So this is the finale. Big finale. So as you might have known, I might have taken a, small, tiny, little, very small break from Gravity Summer. Nothing, too... Yeah, I'm sorry, okay? I've been gone for over a month. Now, listen. So, yeah, I was originally, going to have a whole thing about all the reasons, that I was gone and stuff like that. But really, the truth is, the more time that's passed, I've really just kind of, taken a hiatus for a little bit, from making videos. However, though, I am back now, and, from now, I'll be posting a lot more often. I was just kind of taking a break. But anyway, so, I'll make it up to y'all with a really long, not quite sure how long this one will be, probably, pretty damn long, finale of the last 2 episodes, and overall, a retrospective on the whole thing, cause, wow, this project had a lot of stuff. It was very, successful overall, and, it got, a ton of views and stuff, which was really great. And, but it was also really freaking hard to post a video every day, because the only, videos, that I really had pre-scheduled were the first, 4, I think, so I really blew it on this, and there had been, multiple, week-long, breaks, between episodes and stuff, because, in summer, I'm, busy, I was on vacation, all that. Yeah, but anyway. So let's start off with, Dreamscapers. This is a good frickin' episode. Some people don't like this episode very much, and I understand why. It has a couple of, issues, I guess, but I love this episode. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So basically, this is the second to last episode of Season 1, where basically, Lil Gideon is back, and, he wants the deed to the mystery shack, because he wants it to kick the Pines family out, and have the shack for himself and stuff. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than that, but as we'll find out in the season finale afterwards. But yeah, so he hires who's he hire? Oh my god, guys, let's go! Let's go. This is our introduction to my man, Bill Ciforino. Let's go. We finally have Bill. Wow. It took you long enough, Gravity Falls. He actually, wasn't in it, quite as much as I remember him being. But, he was still really great in this episode. He has a couple of, funny lines and stuff. So that was nice. Mabel and Seuss, see, Gideon summoning Bill, so they go over to Dipper and are like, yo, Grunglezan is about to be, hijacked in, his brain, in his, dreams by a weird triangle dude. The rest of the episode takes place inside of Grunklestan's mind, and, yeah, it's pretty fun, you know what I mean? So the side plot, of this episode is, basically, I actually, really the side plot of this episode, which I know is a little bit of a surprise, because I understand why a lot of people kind of, aren't, very into this, subplot, and I understand that, but, I actually like it. I think, you know what I mean, and, you know what I mean? It's pretty good in my opinion, but I understand why a lot of people don't like it. So, basically, throughout the episode, Grunglestan makes Dipper do a bunch of different, chores and stuff, which, pretty, harsh on him overall, throughout the episode. So, while they're inside of, his mind, Dipper finds a memory of Grunglestan talking to Zeus, and saying that
the kid's a loser. He's weak. He's an utter embarrassment. I just want to get rid of him.
Obviously, we all kind of know. Obviously, this isn't a Grunglestan, just overall isn't like that. Except for, some other times where, but at the end of the episode, Dipper, he goes around, and he revisits, the memory, and it turns out, oh, surprise, surprise, wow, I had no idea, Grungle Stan actually does care about, Dipper, and he's, trying to toughen him up for the world, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, basically, I know it's a bit, cliche and stuff, and I get that, but in my opinion, it's a pretty, sweet and decent arc. I like it. So, it turns out Gideon does not get the deed to the Mystery Shack because they beat Bill Cipher. They have an epic fight with Bill, and oh boy, Seuss's pug fear was freaking hilarious. I love it. But yeah, and so in the end, Bill fails and Gideon does not get the deed to the Mystery Shack. Let's go. Oh yeah, until he does, because, I guess dynamite. And it ends on the cliffhanger of, oh no, the Mystery Shack's getting demolished. What are they gonna do? So anyway, the season finale, Gideon Rises, starts off, it's pretty much where, Dreamscaperers left off, with basically the Pines unfortunately having to live, at Seuss's grandmother's house, because the Mystery Shack, is taken over by Gideon, which, kind of sucks, and unfortunately, Grunkle Stan is well, alright, kids, gotta break it to you, we might have to send you back to your parents, and they're like, oh no, we don't wanna go back, man, summer's been cool, but yeah, unfortunately, they might not have any other options. The Mystery Shack is, kind of doomed. So Dipper and Mabel, they try a couple times, to foil Gideon and get the shack back. One time, they use, the gnomes and stuff, a callback, as, to the first episode. Throughout this episode, they finally, just, pay attention to how in the very first episode, remember, Dipper, he got his, iconic pine tree hat, and Mabel, she got a, grappling hook! And so she has never used it once in the entire season, which definitely will not have any effect on this episode at all. I don't know why I mentioned that, definitely not. So Gideon, it turns out, surprise, surprise, just wanting to take over the Mystery Shack and stuff was not the main reason that he wanted to get the shack. It was because that this shack, he thinks, holds one of the journals. Because it turns out, oh no, big twist. Well, actually, no, we already got this twist, actually, in, the fourth or, third episode or whatever it was. That, Gideon has the second journal. And so, basically, he wants to, use this journal. Because, when all three journals, are together, it can give, you, amazing, powers, something like that, we'll get an answer to that by the end of the episode. And so then, when the gnomes attack him, and he actually scares off all the gnomes, he's actually able to get Dipper's journal number 3, and he's like, wait, what? There's a third one? Because, he would have no way of knowing that there's a third one. He would only know that there is a second one. And so he's like, well, what's going on? So he needs to find the first journal, somewhere in the shack. And, so eventually, so this leads us, is to the climax of the episode, where, unfortunately, they've no other options, and Dipper and Mabel just, have to take a bus home from Gravity Falls, and it's, it's really sad and stuff. And then, Gideon is like, wait, where's the first journal? So he starts, chasing them in a giant frickin', robot, that he made, in the past, week or so, that he had the shack, I guess, so, props to him for helping making that, and, yeah, he chases them, on the road, off a giant mountain, in a giant, robot, basically, he chases them in a bus, off a mountain, in a giant robot, and the whole thing is frickin' epic. I mean, it's just so good, it really is, and, I really like it. Because it definitely, doesn't feel like a series finale, sort of climax, but it does, definitely fit, a season finale. which I really like it does a good job of that. Yeah, so basically, so, you know, like, Gideon is on their tail, and they're like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Luckily, Seuss just so happens to be the bus driver, because, you know, Seuss is just the best. He's just, like, always there. And so basically, you know, like, so the bus almost, like, goes off of a cliff, and eventually, you know, so, like Gideon, like, captures, like, Mabel, and tells Dipper, he's like, yo, where's the first journal? Do you have it? Because you had the third one. And it's like, what? And Dipper's like, no, man, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And so eventually, you know, like, they have a giant fight on the mountain, which is, like, really cool. It's actually a really epic fight. Basically, and it ends with, like, Dipper jumping off of a cliff and, get this, into, like, the eye hole of the robot and punching Gideon from there. It's so over the top, and I just really love it. Like, I love this. So eventually, you know, like, so the entire, like, robot falls off of a giant freaking cliff, and it's like, well, I mean, like, how are they going to survive that? Like, you're wondering, like, how are they going to survive falling off from a giant, like, freaking, like, robot off of a giant, like, freaking cliff that's, like, so high up? And the answer... So after, like, the robot falls, just, like, Stan goes over there, and he's like, wait, guys, no. Gideon is actually a bad dude. And they're like, what? Like, how? So he busts open the robot, and he's like, do you know, like how Gideon is supposed to have, you know, like, he's supposed to be, like, a psychic and stuff? Well, guess what? No, in his pins, there were, like, little cameras that have been watching you this entire time, bro. But yeah, so it's like, yo, like, everybody turns on Gideon. Gideon gets sent to jail, and, you know, and it ends on a very light note, with you know, with Dipper finally, you know, like, showing Stan the journal, and Stan laughing it off, because, you know, he doesn't, obviously, like, he doesn't believe any of it. Except he does. Yeah, okay. So, obviously, I was going to have to address this somewhere in the video, so here you go. The ending, the cliffhanger at the ending of this episode. Oh my god. I mean, like, wow. So, yeah, basically it ends with Stan. Turns out he actually has journal number 1. And he opens all the pages of the journal to reveal that it's actually, like, building, like, some kind of amazing, like, super weapon, like, machine stuff in his basement, which, mind you, has been teased since the very first episode of the show. So we finally get to see what's down there. And it ends with him, like powering on some, like, giant, like, contraption, like, mega weapon, like, thing that we have no idea what it is. And he's like, oh yeah, here we go. And it's so good. It really is. But yeah, that is the end of this year's Gravity Summer. I will probably do it next year, so, you know, don't worry about that. I probably will do it next year. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I know that I haven't, you know, just, like, posted a video in, like, almost a month. Actually, maybe even a month by now. And so I'm really sorry. However, I will start posting, you know, just, like, pretty much, like, every week or so. But yeah, no, I was kind of just, like, taking a break from, like, making videos overall. And I was also, you know, just, like, pretty busy. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video, which, let's just say, we gonna rock and roll, baby. You'll find out what that means next week.